welcome to our class. Today we will be learning about prepositions of place. I'm Jazmin Jones, and if you need to contact me, my email is jones52008@gmail.com. Again, that's jones52008@gmail.com. Here is our helpful information. I hope that you are studying every day, 30 minutes a day. Sentence structure for how to properly write your sentences. Here is our past tense spelling review. Remember that verbs in the past tense, regular verbs in the past tense use the ed ending. Depending on the last letter of that word, you will either just add ed, d, ied, or double the consonant and then add ed. Most verbs are regular and will follow these rules in the past tense. There are some that are irregular, and these that you will just have to remember them. Here is our dialogue for the week. This week's dialogue features prepositions of place. I, of course, am going to be A and B. Hopefully you have a study buddy where one person can be A and one person can be B. Excuse me, how do I get to the design department? Oh, just walk straight 100 meters across the park and turn right at the corner. It's the blue building on the right. Is the office on the 3rd floor? Actually, no, it isn't. It's next to the resource room on the 2nd floor. Thanks for your help. I'm new to this college. Where can I get a map? You can get a map at the library. It's between the cafe and the main building. The maps are on the shelf behind the reception desk. Great, a map will be useful. Just walk down these stairs to exit this building. Prepositions of place. These words are used to explain the location of an object. So for example, the lamp is on the desk, on being a preposition. They are also used to give directions. So if you wanted to find out how to get to the bathroom, you would give directions using the prepositions we're going to be learning today. Prepositions of place. So we're going to start with the prepositions of place, which is how we discuss where an object is located. The object that we're going to be using in these examples is the cat. So we're going to be talking about where the cat is in relation to other things. The first preposition is on. There is a cat on the bench. So the cat is on the bench. The next preposition is under. The cat is under the table. The cat is under the table. Number 3, in front of. There is some yarn, pink yarn, in front of the cat. Next is behind. The yarn is behind the cat. In front of and behind sometimes give people trouble, so here is something to remember. If an object is in front of something, you can see the whole object. So we have the ball of pink yarn is in front of the cat. You can see all of the yarn. You see all the yarn. If an object is behind something, you can only see part of it or none of it, only part. So now the yarn is behind the cat. You can only see part of the yarn, not the whole ball like here. So if it is in front, you can see everything. If it is behind, you can only see a part. Next one is in. There is a cat in the box. In the box. Next preposition, between. The cat is between the dogs. Between also gives people trouble. You have to remember, if you're using the preposition between, there are 3 objects. There have to be 3 objects. So The object that is between is the object in the middle, object number 2. So, if you have the cat, one object is between the dogs. If you only had one dog, the cat cannot be between. If you're talking about this first dog, it is also not between. In order to be between, you need 3 objects, and the object that is between is in the middle. It's in the middle, between. Okay, 2 more left. Next to, there is a cat next to the dog. So here we have the cat, it is next to the dog. Another word that can be used similar to next to is beside. So the cat is beside the dog, or the cat is next to the dog. And the last one in this chart, the cat is across from the dog. The cat is across from the dog. When we use the phrase across from, that usually means something farther away. So if it is close, you're going to say next to. If it is far from you, you're going to say across from. Similar to if you say something is across the street. It means it's on the other side. Here are our exercises. Today we just have 2 exercises, but they are a bit more involved. Exercise A is paired with this picture. Exercise B is paired with this picture. So exercise A, you're going to look at the picture and write the correct preposition in the blank. It might be helpful for you to print out this chart with prepositions, or at least go back and forth between this chart and this page if you forget the prepositions. So number 1, the TV is on the desk. So you go to the picture, look for the TV. Where's the TV? On the desk. Section B, you're going to look at the picture and make sentences based on the number. Now, something that is important, you have to use the numbers in order. So, for example, number 1, 6 blank 5. When you write the sentence, the person or the word for the first number should be first, and then the second number is later. So, here are the steps for part B. Step 1. Find the number in the picture. Step 2, what are those numbers? And then step 3, based on those numbers, write your sentence. So sentence 1 has the numbers 6 and 5. 6 is this blue purse here, and 5 is the girl here in the pink and blue shirt. So the sentence they wrote is, the purse is next to the girl. So they've given you 2 objects. You need to write how they are related to each other. Choose a correct prepositional verb that shows how they're related to each other. The purse is next to the girl. Most of these only have 2. Number 3 has 3 objects that you have to decide how they're related to each other. Okay, so we talked about prepositions discussing where an object is. We can also use prepositions for giving directions. We commonly use them for giving directions to a location. In addition to the prepositions in the previous slide, here are some phrases used when giving directions. So you will still use the prepositional words and phrases that we talked about with the cat, but along with those you will use these phrases. So turn right, turn left, go straight, cross the street, and on the corner of, on the corner. This is a corner here. A corner is usually where 2 streets meet. So this is street 1, this is street 2. Where they meet or cross each other is the corner. Here is an example of a map that you would use. Again, if we have our midterm in person, or we may create it in a different way, you might see something like this and be asked to give directions. So for example, I would start you at a Hot Tamales restaurant here, and I would ask you, how do you get to Tons of Fun Daycare? So I will be the student now. How do you get to Tons of Fun Daycare? Let's see, we are on the main street right now, so we're going to cross the street, go straight, turn left. Sorry, not turn left. Yes, turn left. Turn left, cross the street, go straight, cross the street, turn right, and cross the street to the daycare. So this one you're going to want to spend time practicing. Use this map. There are lots of locations. Just give yourself any starting point and practice combining these direction words and preposition words in giving directions to another location. Okay, ending our activity today with the story of the week. It's across from that tower. There are lots of famous architectural masterpieces in New York City. New York is on the east coast of the USA, between Boston and Philadelphia. There are modern architectural wonders next to the classic older buildings. The Empire State Building is a famous example of Art Deco, which was popular in the 1920s and 1930s. It is across from another beautiful Art Deco skyscraper called the Chrysler Building. Jung Hoon's favorite structure is the Brooklyn Bridge over the East River. It was finished in 1883 and was then the longest bridge in the world. It is neo-Gothic style. When you are finished with PowerPoint and the videos, not before, after, please take the online quiz. Make sure you give yourself plenty of time so that you do not hit the cutoff of 4 p.m. Have a great day.